Haoommm Radio. Haoommm Radio. But it's a podcast show.
Welcome to the Haoommm Show, brought to you by COMPTONMANIA, and your host tonight, Showtime Watkins.
Thank you, Mr. Pissoff, for the intro, but I don't know what this nigga talking about. It's Haoommm. This nigga talking about the Haoommm Show. Don't trip. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a new president now. Isn't that crazy? I mean, we went from Barack Obama, a chocolate face. We went to Donald Trump, the Ritz cracker face. Then we got Joe Biden. We got the saltine cracker back in place with my girl, for the sisters, Kamala Harris. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Mr. Pissoff like that. That's good. And you know, it's really wild because now we're living in different times, right? It's the mask thing, right? Mask. You guys are all sick of wearing masks. I am too. But you know, it's the people that really have a problem with wearing masks, I think, are the people that really have halitosis. See, no, seriously. These are the people that will go and just talk to you when you didn't even ask for them, right? But then they don't want to wear a mask because they got to smell their own damn breath. Some of these people saying that it's a medical condition. Yeah, how the hell you think we felt when you was over there spreading your breath on people? Now you forced to smell your own breath. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first Haoommm Radio show brought to you by COMPTONMANIA. And before we start this show, I also want to give a shout out to D and L Did It. If you want to get your numbers up, D and L is that guy. We have an awesome show for you today. We have ninabinachilds, who's going to be on the show. We're talking about a writer, producer, Tarot Empress. She's also the ghetto Martha Stewart. So ladies and gentlemen, we're about to bring out our first guest. Y'all give it up for my girl, ninabinachilds! What's happening? Hey, it's so good to see you, man.
It's very good to see you.
Oh my goodness, pardon me. What is this for, though?
You know what?
It's the first guest ever. Like, this is really dope. Like, I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you
And
so much.
you didn't get to make it to the last COMPTONMANIA situation because other things happened.
No, it was my son's birthday that day, and I was having a huge party at my house for him.
Nice. How old is he?
He's 12.
Happy birthday. I'm way late.
It's not his birthday. That was back in December. That was back in December, yeah.
So we met on the Hub Radio, and I was advertising COMPTONMANIA, but then I met you, who is a writer, producer, director,
Compton activist, mom, tarot reader.
Nice, and we're gonna get into that tarot. We're gonna do a live tarot card. We're gonna see if she's really the real.
Oh, we are?
Yes, we're gonna see if she's the real deal.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk to you about Reborn, the pilot. I thought it was so dope. Explain it to everybody.
Thank you. Well, Reborn is the series that I created. It's about a millennial and her doll. Yeah, a doll that she's raising. It's different. There's nothing out there like it.
So have you ever had like somebody you fell in love with that you wanted them to get down with whatever strange thing that you like to do?
No, I don't really do. I mean, well, I am a little weird. I'm a little other at
I would
times.
say genius.
Aw, that's really kind. We call everybody geniuses now. Like, genius. Kanye West is a genius. We're all geniuses.
Kanye is a genius.
But yeah, he's definitely somebody who is a very forward thinker. But I don't know. I don't think I've had that. I mean, the person that I was married to, I have been with since I was 12 years old. So I don't know. I don't think I've been in that situation yet.
Wow. So Reborn, like, okay, the main character, she has like this baby that she gets from like this baby factory, right? Like like a baby's alive type of thing.
Right. Well, the Reborn doll in the Reborn community is a very real thing. They are lifelike dolls. They're weighted like real babies. They look real. We used to do a lot of social experiments with the doll when we were promoting the pilot initially, where we take it out in public, take it to nightclubs, take it to bars, and just see people's reaction, how they would trip off the doll, want to hold her and stuff. So it's very interesting. But the Reborn community is a very real thing. There are people who have these dolls for whatever reason. Some of them have lost children. Some of them can't have children. Some of them have children and still have the dolls. Some of them are people who don't have grandchildren. So it's interesting.
Wow.
If you go on YouTube and you YouTube Reborn, you'll find a bunch of channels with very interesting content.
Wow, I feel like I learned something. I did not know that was like a whole community.
It's a huge subculture, but it's very much underground.
Wow.
And I really think that, once the show is in production, it'll be something that the world will really fuck with.
You guys have to check it out. It's really dope. If I'm not mistaken, the Instagram is reborn_pilot_LA.
You got it.
Oh, I did my homework finally.
Spicy.
I used to get in trouble for not doing homework, but this time I did it. I didn't want to get in trouble. But also another great work of yours that I saw was Apocalypse Crush.
Oh, thank you.
So we were a part of the film festival, and Apocalypse Crush, like, talk to, how did you birth that thing?
Well, you know what, I wanted to do something at the start of the pandemic for all of the creatives that I knew, because a lot of my creative friends were working on projects and doing things that had kind of got shut down because of COVID. And so I thought, well, let's do a film festival where the challenge was to film from home. And without a crew and without a cast and, with whatever, just film with what you have. And so as a part of the festival that I created my own short film called Apocalypse Crush that's based on a true story about a woman who has a crush on one of her guy friends.
Aha! Now, aha! So what true story is it based on now?
Oh, wow.
Let's get in there.
Well, I'm a writer, and when you deal with writers, we deal with, a lot of content that comes from our real lives. So it was definitely something that was based on something that I was going through. And somebody that I was crushing on.
So it's past tense.
Oh, what the crush?
Yes.
No, the crush is very, very much still very active.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's only going. Stay tuned. So let's talk about this crush.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're not going to get too deep into it, but so how long have you been having this crush?
I don't want to say the time because he's a really good friend of mine and he would know. But I think he already knows. But it's been a little bit. It's been a while.
That's interesting. So okay, now the question that many people want to know: you are a beautiful woman.
Aww,
you got all these accolades going on. We got Bryson chilling. It's a family thing.
It is.
So is it really hard for a person like you to date?
Because I don't date, and I don't know what that's about. But I mean, I'm not really aggressive either. I know a lot of women and a lot of my female friends are kind of aggressive. They will go after the men, and I just don't do that. I kind of kick back because I feel like I don't want to embarrass myself. Like I feel like if a guy is into me, he'll let me know, and then we can kind of take it from there.
Touchdown.
So yeah, and I don't know if I intimidate a lot of the guys. I don't know if guys are just not into me. I don't know, but I don't really date too much.
If they're intimidated, them ain't the ones.
I don't think so, because I'm not an intimidating person. I don't think.
No, you're very warm, very open, and very chill.
Thank you.
She's like, thank you. He's never said this to me.
He's never said this to me in my house.
He's never. I'm usually chill. I'm usually chill. So another question I wanted to ask you is basically how do you juggle everything? Like, I know you're a mom. Like, you're raising 2 kids on your own.
Yeah.
And you're still doing these boss moves. You're doing these big things. And to me, it's a lot of times for us, speaking as in us, we have reasons why, we can't do this because I ain't got this or I ain't got help here. For you, there's no excuses. Nobody can stop you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, well, my mindset is just to keep going. just putting one foot in front of the other and forward movement no matter what. So yeah, I am divorced. I do have 2 kids, but I still make time for my productions and all of my content and things that I'm writing and working on because it's my passion. And it keeps me going. It fuels me, you know?
Right. And you're also an activist too. You're like connected to the mayor and
the mayor in Compton, yes.
Asia Brown.
Hey.
So yeah, how did you even get into that?
Well, that was crazy. I got into activism. Well, I bought a home in Compton 3 years ago. Just very
So
naively.
you ain't from Compton?
I'm actually from Carson, which is right next door.
I'm
a transplant. Right next door. But I bought a home in Compton 3 years ago, and the property taxes there are crazy.
Yes, they are.
We pay more property taxes than Beverly Hills.
Yes, we do.
A lot of people don't know that, and the median income is somewhere around like 40, 50,000. So I wanted to know why my property taxes were so high. So I started getting involved with the different civic meetings and things, the city hall meetings that were happening every Tuesday, and found out, you know, why my property taxes were so high, which led me to kind of getting involved with a lot of the social movements that are happening in Compton. And there's a lot of social movements happening.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Compton's a beautiful city.
So I know we jumping around a lot, but even with your quarantine film festival that you did when we were talking about Apocalypse Crush, not only did she do a movie, a short film, but she created a platform. Message! She created a platform where she put all her homies on, even me. I've never done anything as far as a short film. I've done like a lot of different things, so you pulled a lot of stuff out of my jacket.
Oh my God, I loved your film. And he submitted like 18,000 films, by the way. One of them was, what was the wrestling one that you did? Quarantine Toys?
Yes, Quarantine Toys.
Yo, everybody that saw that film thought that it should be on Adult Swim. And then we did the festival in summer where we did it live in my backyard. We had the big screen and we played all the films from the festival and people really enjoyed it. It was really funny.
Man,
congrats to you.
Man.
It was dope.
Thank you though. Thank you. So another thing I want to get into. We done got into the dating and stuff. I see that you really like the content with COMPTONMANIA as well. Now, I wanted to ask you specifically. No, before we get into that, I forgot. Tell the world, what the hell is Niggatry? What is Niggatry?
Niggatry.
Okay, Niggatry.
We're talking about Niggatry. Niggatry is just nigga things. Like, you know, I think I didn't come up with it. I saw a meme online and I had this whole home improvement project that I was doing, and the guy that was working on my house, the contractor, it was just like one nigga-ish thing after another that happened. And I'm like, this is just too much niggatry for me. So it's just those things that happen within our community, you know what I'm saying? The kind of shit that we try to pull as black people that it's just like, nah.
Give the people, the Haoommm audience, an example of niggatry.
Okay, so the great example, the contractor that I hired, he was on the job and he left. He said he had to go feed his kids, but he came back with his kids. Brought them to the work site and then left his kids with me so he could go to the store and grab more things that he needed to finish the job at my house. That's niggatry. I didn't even know this guy.
That's on the whole.
Yeah, his kids didn't know me either. That was niggatry. Yeah,
that's on a whole nother level of niggatry.
It was just, it's kind of like unprofessionalism mixed with ridiculousn's.
Ooh, and I can't believe this nigga just asked me to do this.
Right.
Niggatry. The things you can do with words. So, okay, now let's go to COMPTONMANIA.
Dope theme song.
Oh yeah?
I love it.
My boy Jure Music.
I love it.
But he got the idea from me. No, and he ain't on time. But so we saw the Manny and Candy show.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Man, how do you if you could give advice? Because I want you to specifically talk from Candy Girl's perspective, but if you can give Manny advice, what advice would you give him?
I would just say be honest, you know, like you just gotta be forthright with people. I think he kind of got her into a situation that he had lied to her to get her somewhere. You know, he had kind of planned some kind of surprise date for her, but made it seem like it was going to be a dinner with friends, and then she showed up, and it was like all these candles lit, and rose petals everywhere, and somebody serenading her, and she was like, what the hell? Just be forthright.
Would that ever work with you? Say if it's your crush, right? Say your crush lies to you, sets up all that. Do you forgive it all?
Oh, I definitely forgive. If it was my crush, no, I definitely forgive it all. Like, I'm going.
So you think partially the reason why she did not forgive, do you think she was just not into him at all?
She wasn't into him. Yeah, she wasn't into him. And I thought about, like, if I was in that situation, I probably would have had a little bit more compassion than she did. I might have even stayed and just finished the dinner because I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just, you know, have it gone to where it went. But I would have definitely let him know, like, you ain't got to lie to kick it. Remember we used to say that?
Yeah, you ain't got to lie.
Because he was definitely lying to kick it. Manny.
Right. And that's the Pinoy Prince. So I'm pretty sure his ego got in the way too. But also, I mean, how can you say no to delicious candy? I mean, I never went to a restaurant.
Especially when it's in a coffee filter.
Oh my goodness.
that was my favorite part. It was the coffee filter for me. It was the coffee filters for me.
For sure. So Nina, like I really love this energy right now. I'm gonna ask you a question too.
Okay.
Like, it would be dope to have you be one of the how you say, like women interviewees, or like not like permanent, but like for like a different show. Like, it'd be dope to have Nina B. Childs. Like, that would be huge for COMPTONMANIA.
Oh, what? So like go and interview wrestlers at the actual show?
Yeah.
Oh hell yes! I would be so down.
See, that's what
I grew up watching wrestling.
Yeah. Who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Hulk Hogan, obviously.
Like, oh brother.
Now he's like insane, but back in the 80s, he was that dude.
So okay, let me ask you this question since that came up. Hulk Hogan was everybody's hero in the 80s. Then the racist thing dropped.
Oof. And then the stuff with his daughter and all the weird stuff.
Like, do you hold him dear because of the kid in you? Do you throw him away because of the adult in you? How do you manage that way, how you reference him as in today?
Well, I don't really hold him dear because I wasn't like a crazy wrestling fanatic. I think my brother was into it and I would watch it. I remember the ladies of wrestling, the women of wrestling. Oh man, I love that. It's a great show. So I mean, I was able to kind of throw him out, like, you know, no problem.
Over the ropes.
He's a weird guy. Yeah, he's a weird guy. So no, it wasn't that tough. But back in the day, I enjoyed him a lot.
For sure, Nina. I really appreciate you to come on. And now I gotta ask you for one more favor. I need you to drop some bars.
What? Like rapping bars? Freestyle. What are we doing here?
So your subject will be apocalypse and talking to your crush, because knowing that tomorrow may be the end of the world. Or either write or do a freestyle poem.
A freestyle poem. I think I'll go with the poem because I don't want to embarrass myself with the bars. Even though I think I might be able to do it. You know, I have to tap into my inner Issa Rae, but I think I'll go with the poetry.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
And this is a poem about the apocalypse and my crush. Okay. You're my apocalypse crush. When I see you, I feel a sudden rush. When I look into your eyes, I can't resist you. I just want to touch. But it's just too much. I always wanted to just be the two of us. But in the end, it's just me. And we're friends till the end. Hopefully one day we can be more. Hopefully one day there's more in store. 'Cause I kind of love you.
Wow! So whoever this crush is, bro, step to the plate, bro, for somebody else, dude. Haoommm! Y'all give it up for my girl, Nina B! Thank you for coming.
I love you.
Boom!
Don't forget to open up your book.
And now, welcome back. Haoommm! COMPTONMANIA. Ladies and gentlemen, now this next performer, he is sultry. Mr. Don't Let Me Go, baby. It was all my fault. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the drink mixer himself. The guy who made the show Mojo. The guy who made kombucha. I'm talking none other than Deavion.
We are going to make an Haoommm intro right now. I heard there was a radio show that was really a podcast. We've been waiting patiently for the ratings skyrocket. See, radio show, but it's a podcast. Oh yes, but it's a podcast. Yes. Haoommm Radio, but it's a podcast. At Nate the producer, I am Deavion. Good night.
Man, this is ninabinachilds, and before we send you off, where the people can find you?
You can find me on my Instagram. My Instagram is ninabinachilds. You can find me on Facebook. I am Nina Jo Childs, and you can find me in the hood near you.
Straight
Catch
up,
me in traffic.
She's the hood Martha Stewart, and look out for Reborn and Apocalypse Crush, which streams on VYRE, which is a black streaming network.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
Haoommm Radio. Haoommm Radio. But it's a podcast show.